This is take two, take two. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this Thanksgiving edition of my podcast. I want to thank everybody for joining me. How's everyone doing today? I'm doing pretty good. I complain, but nobody will listen to me anyway, right? Right. So, it doesn't do any good. Tonight's theme is Thanksgiving Day. And I just want us all to take time to reflect and remember those who may not have anybody. And there are those people out there. I posted something on Facebook and about not having anyone. And so there's lots of people out there. Lots. And I just met a man today. He just lost his wife. My brother just had a stroke. And so he's being taken to Columbia. So hopefully he's going to be okay. He's out of the danger zone for now. So he's not like he's really fighting for his life at this exact moment. But that could change in an instant. It could change for any of us. And like I said, I met a man today. He lost his wife. And very sad. I've known this guy for a while. And this is the worst time of year to lose a loved one. And to go through the stress. And so we want to remember those who may not have anyone at all. Because there is a danger to not having anyone in your life. And I'm going to talk about that. And you may not want to hear it, but there is this could happen to anyone. And we're going to talk about Allison Mack and NXIVM a little bit. How does this relate? Well, let's get to it. Now, some people that are lonely, well, lonely people tend to fall prey to cults and gangs. This is what happens to people who are lonely, who don't have anybody. Now, luckily, when I posted what I did on Facebook, that I had a couple of people who said our home would be open to anyone that, one was to me specifically. If I want to go spend Thanksgiving, I have a family that's, I don't know them that well, but they know me through Facebook. Another one said our home is open, and so they tried to invite somebody. Tim the Tool Man in Home Improvement, there was an episode where Jill told Tim to invite this man over to their home for Thanksgiving dinner. Now, there's a difference between feeding someone in a soup kitchen and inviting someone into your home as a member of your family. Make them feel like family. That's a whole different thing right there. And so, this is how gangs and cults operate. I'm going to say may be disturbing, but because this is so true. They operate in this way. If they know that certain individuals do not have a safety net, and they're lonely, and they're looking to be loved, this is how they gain loyalty. How does someone become a made man? How does Allison Mack fall for NXIVM? How could she do what she did? How could anybody in their right mind do these things? Well, I'm going to tell you. Because when they approach you, they will love bomb on you. Look up the term love bombing. What that means is when they first invite you into their family. And the holidays are perfect for gangs and cults because they can invite you to their home and make you feel special, make you feel loved, make you feel like you're a member of their family. And you know what? You're going to do anything to stay in that love bubble, to feel that dopamine that you're getting. It's a drug, okay? You're going to do anything to continue to feel special. You'll do whatever it takes. And that's how Allison Mack. That's what happened to her. That's what NXIVM did to her. And she felt so special, so loved. It made her feel like she was a princess. And they treated her like one, like royalty. And she did whatever NXIVM asked because she wanted to continue to feel that love. Now, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I know that gangs and cults prey on people. This is where they approach you and invite you to their home for Thanksgiving. especially if you know it's a gang. And say, where are the Christians? Why didn't they invite them? So the gang got a hold of certain individuals, and they invited them over, but the Christian friends didn't. But the gang did. That family, and you sit at their table, they treat you like family. You want to feel special, feel loved, feel important. That's exactly how they do it. And tomorrow is a big day for them to do that. That's a great recruiting day for them. This is how some of them operate. I know this. You probably don't want to know how I know this. But this is how they operate. And they will prey on people that are lonely. When the Christians turn their backs, they move in and invite them over and treat them like a member of their own family. Yeah. And then they're going to ask you for a favor. We need this person evicted. We need to collect a debt. And they're going to look for someone to be an enforcer. If you've got a past, you've done something like that, like Sammy the Bull, yeah, you're going to get recruited. And you'll do whatever the family asks of you. You'll be totally loyal. You'll be a made man. You'll be a blood brother. And this is how they do it. And the holidays is perfect for them. It's so ripe because there's so many people feeling all alone, depressed, ready to take their lives. And men are more successful than women. Women attempt it more, but men are more successful. And these gangs, when they're ready to recruit, this is the time of year they do it. This is when they strike. They ask you to become a member of the family. Well, I'm going to be a made man. I'm a made man. You'll do whatever they ask you. And say, well, we need this person over here evicted. We'll give you $3,000 to do it. It sounds like a lot of money. But they've love bombed on you. They invited you over for Thanksgiving dinner. And you got invited to a couple of birthday parties and they just really made you feel special. And you go, hey, you know what? I like this feeling, you know? And they say, enforcer, you're an enforcer. Go evict that person. So you go, get the job done. They're evicted. You get an easy $3,000. Now, they're not going to ask any questions. It's not like you whack somebody. I mean, they may ask you to do that too. That's completely a different situation. Something you don't want to get involved in. But that won't happen for a while. It'll be little things they'll ask you to do. And they'll invite you to more stuff. They'll make you feel special. Every time you accomplish a task for them, then you're hooked. You are totally loyal. And they didn't do it through fear and intimidation. No. That is not how they do it. That's Hollywood talking. That's the Sopranos. That's the Goodfellas. That's not real life. It's psychological. They make you feel special. They treat you like royalty, and you're going to do whatever it takes to stay in that bubble. And you're going to do favors for them. You're going to make deliveries. You're going to evict people, enforce. You may be an enforcer. It'll start small, and they'll work you up. And depending on your situation, that they think, well, this kid needs an easy $5,000. Well, they're going to give you a job that is valued at $5,000. Now, if they ask you to get rid of somebody, get somebody evicted, or they got this homeless encampment on someone's property, and this person is a member of the family, so you march in and you get rid of them. Does that mean you whacked them all? No. You just used fear. Told them to leave. Looked intimidating. But yeah, or evicting somebody from a house, getting rid of squatters. That may require physical, because the police won't do it. So if a certain individual is a member of the family, and they're paying for protection, Hey, I got a problem with a squatter. The family comes in and removes the squatter. You may be asked to help remove a squatter. Little things, little things. Or you'll do things you wouldn't otherwise do. Stealing jewelry from jewelry stores, stealing stuff from Dollar General so that they can be hawked. And they're going to ask you to do things you would not do under normal circumstances because you need the money. You got to pay your rent. You got to put food on the table. You know? And you're lonely. And they make you feel loved. They make you feel special. And they get you hooked up with some cute girls. And they entice you. Fraternities do this. But not as far as crime, like mob families. Fraternities do similar stuff. They entice you too. You join a fraternity, you swear your allegiance, you join the brotherhood, you'll get chicks, girls, parties, and but you gotta, once you feel that, you'll do whatever it takes to stay in that frat. Frats do the same thing. They just don't commit crimes like mob families do. But believe me, I know how they operate. And you don't want to know how I know this. So this goes back 30 years. But they haven't changed. It's not like The Sopranos. Most of it's tedious, day-to-day, boring stuff. But I know exactly how they entice you. I mean, pyramid schemes do this too. You know, essential oils, Amway, Scamway, you name it, they entice you too. They give you the promise of a better life. They invite you to this rally. They may even love bomb on you to make you feel like a member of the family, and you'll do whatever it takes. And you'll go out there and try to sell Amway or their essential oils, whatever pyramid scheme you get into, or, you know, Avon calling, you know, whatever company you decide to hook up with. But some of them, I'm just letting you know how they operate. And fraternities, they use pretty girls and wild parties. They know that's what you love, and you'll do anything to stay in that frat, maintain your GPA, stay on the dean's list. You'll do whatever it takes, because, man, you love the status of belonging to that frat house. Trust me, I know, I was there. And mob families, gangs operate pretty much the same premise that fraternities do. They'll entice you. They'll get you hooked. And they prey on lonely people. This is the time of year they operate the most. And so you want to. And that's what happened to Allison. She got so hooked that she did whatever it took to stay in that matrix, to stay in that bubble, to continue to get that dopamine hit she was getting from Nixium. I just want you to understand, before you judge Allison Mack, before you judge how can someone do this, why would you get so possessed, or so hooked? Because it's the system. It's just the way it is. There's no getting around it. I have been lucky. I had someone post on Facebook that they're so grateful that their parents have bailed them out a few times and they have a safety net. There's people out there that, you know, they don't have a safety net. I got to remember to look at this camera over here from time to time. They just don't have that safety net. They don't. And so this is a very serious conversation I'm having. And there's people out there in some serious trouble who are about to do some things that they're going to regret later because they feel they have no other options. And I'm telling you, this is when gangs, cults, they make their move. The holidays, it's perfect, it's ripe, it's perfect. A lot of lonely people out there, especially this time of year. Suicide rate goes up. And there's people out there who don't have the safety net that my friend Paul, we'll call him Paul. He was talking about how his parents have bailed him out a few times. Yeah, he's got a safety net. Not everybody has that. And so you're going to do whatever it takes. You know? And I just thought you should know that there's people out there that they just don't have anybody. They just don't. They have nobody at all. And so, yeah, this is my Thanksgiving Day. Always be grateful for what you have, and try to be thinking about someone you know that might be in trouble. If you suspect they're in trouble, that's when you need to invite them over for Thanksgiving dinner. Invite them over for Christmas, birthday party. Do whatever it takes to make them feel special. And to pull them away from a potential gang or cult that could be pulling them away. You need to take a page right out of their playbook. And that's how you fix it. That's how you stop someone from joining a gang or a cult. You got to take a page right from their playbook and play with the way they're playing. But you're more legit. They're going to ask that person to commit a crime and do something they're not supposed to do, but you won't do that. At best, you might say, you want to come to church with us on Sunday morning. You know what I'm saying? You're legit. So if you suspect someone could fall into that, that's the time you need to make your move. And don't hesitate. Because if you hesitate, like gangs, they're not hesitating. They will make their move. You hesitated. Too late. So, yeah, be mindful. If there's someone that you know that you suspect could fall into trouble, there is a way to combat it. So be thinking of them. Invite them over for Thanksgiving dinner. Invite them over to your home for Christmas. You do whatever it takes. Do not make that person feel left out. Because if they feel left out, even support them on social media. Like and comment on their post. Yeah, this is the 21st century. Absolutely, that's very effective. And it's a very effective way of keeping that person out of trouble. If it's money they're probably needing, I'm sure you can make a few contacts. Just give them what they need. Not what they want, what they need. Keep them afloat. Keep them out of trouble. Keep them out of jail. Keep them off of drugs before they go. Once they go down that hill, it's almost impossible to stop and get them out of it. I mean, Allison fell so far, she's now in prison. Yeah. I mean, the horrible things that they were doing at NXIVM is mind-boggling. And you're asking, how could someone do such a thing? Well, I'm telling you how they do such a thing. I'm telling you how it happens. And this Thanksgiving, you want to remember people that are alone and don't have anybody. It doesn't affect me. Well, it could affect you. If that person falls into a life of crime or falls into drugs, or later on, 3 months later, 6 months later, they're homeless. It could have been prevented. Tim the Toolman Taylor had to invite someone over to Thanksgiving dinner. There was an episode of Home Improvement that dealt with this very issue. And because he did that one act, it probably prevented that person from spiraling down a very dark path. So, yeah, you want to make sure that this Thanksgiving you remember those who are less fortunate. And remember those who may not have anybody. Those widows and widowers, even divorcees who are all alone. Invite them over. Yeah, that's the solution right there. Such a simple thing. And that because you're making them feel like a member of your family. It's such a simple thing to do this holiday season. It may be saving their life in more ways than you can ever count. Those are my thoughts for the day. Please comment below. Like I said, I'm trying to look at the Canon from time to time. I'm shooting this on 2 different cameras comment below. I'm going to review both of them and see which one I like the best. It'll probably be this one on the tablet versus the one on the Canon. I've shot this on 2 cameras at the same time. So I'm going to determine. Now I'm looking at the Canon. And so I should have looked at the Canon a little more than I did, but that's okay. Thanks for tuning in, and please comment below. And yes, I'm 55 years young. I really am. I'll be 56 in April. So comment below. Comment, subscribe to whatever platform you're watching this on, whether it's YouTube, Rumble, Facebook. Now, in the future, it could be Twitter as well. If Elon Musk gets his way, I'll be broadcasting this on multiple platforms. This is a hard copy edition. This is not a live stream. I may do a live stream. Do you want me to do a live stream edition of this? Comment below. I'll do a live stream if I can get audience participation, so people can speak up and have a few words to say, but you can still participate by commenting. Comment, 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 subscribe, subscribe. Hit the reaction button on Facebook. Hit the like button on YouTube. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.